Hello, friends, and welcome to our Sunday streaming services. If you're with us on Facebook or YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to get notifications when we have new videos. If you're with us on Zoom, drop a hi in the chat. We would love to say hello back to you. And if this is your first time here, go ahead and sign the guest book at oakcliffuu.org/guest. Today's sermon is a revisit of What Would Martin Do with Susan Ammons. All right, let's start this off with our pledge drive results, right? You've been hearing me talk about it for a couple of weeks, and here we are. Thank you to everybody who worked hard and turned in your pledge. I say work hard. It wasn't hard at all, was it? Thank you for everyone who turned in your pledges. Thanks to this pledge drive, we have twice as many pledges turned in now than we did 3 weeks ago. So wonderful job, everybody. And a special thank you to Donna Leach, who donated the $100 gift card to the raffle and ran the raffle. Thanks, Mom. Donna. Those pledges are so important for budgeting and planning, especially as we are looking to get a new minister. So seriously, honestly, thank you. If you haven't done it yet, please go ahead and visit oakcliffuu.org/pledge2022 and turn that in so that we can keep on. And as for the raffle, I know that you want to know, right? Who won? Who won the raffle? Nancy Harms won the raffle. Congratulations to Nancy, the winner of $100, just for turning in your pledge. And she's very graciously donated that money to the church so that it can be used in our outreach for those in need. So that money will benefit those in need. Thank you both to Donna and Nancy for your generosity. Honestly, this went so well. I think maybe we should do another raffle for all of you stragglers out there. I see you out there. Once again, if you haven't turned it in, please go ahead and do so. And that is about it. Please check out the e-blast every single week. It has everything that you need in it. We have a board meeting today. If you'd like to go and hear what's going on or make your opinion known, feel free to go to that. We have talk back today at 11:15. Please visit that. It's a good chance to talk about the sermon and whatever else with your church friends and family. Always get something out of it. And seriously, that is it. No member anniversaries, no more announcements. After a very hectic couple of months, things have finally slowed down a little bit. I'm sure that they will pick up again soon, as they always do. Things don't stay slow, do they? So I hope that all the busy bees in our church take this time to relax a little bit, breathe, and just enjoy this temporary quiet. You have earned it. It was a wonderful, wonderful year last year, and I know we're going to have another amazing year. So let's just take this time to recoup, right? So to all you busy bees in the church and to absolutely everyone else out there, happy Sunday.
Good morning, and welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Oak Cliff. Thank you for having the curiosity and courage to join us. We welcome you, whoever you are, whatever spiritual tradition, gender, age, race, sexual orientation, or background you may bring to our community. We hope you will find here comfort, connection, challenge, respect, and above all, love.
May the light we now kindle inspire us to use our powers to heal and not to harm, to help and not to hinder, to bless and not to curse, to serve you, Spirit of love, compassion, and forgiveness.
Que esta luz que ahora encendemos nos inspire a usar nuestros dones y poderes para sanar y no para herir, para ayudar y no para impedir, para bendecir y no para maldecir, para servirte a ti, espíritu de amor, compasión y perdón.
Let us wake up, not just from the Sunday morning exhaustion, from the wish for a few more drowsy minutes in bed. Let us wake up to this world we live in, to its beauty and wonder, and also to its tragedy and pain. We must wake up to this reality that not all in our world have what we do, however much or little that is. We must wake up to the idea that our wholeness, our lives, are only as complete as the lives of those around us, of those we are inextricably tied to in a great web of mutuality, of which all of us are a part. We must #stay woke in the world of friends and colleagues involved in Black Lives Matter, working every day for racial justice in our country. Let us wake up. Let us stay awake. Let us stay woke. And now, in this time and place, let us worship together.
Morally, I was led to nonviolence because I felt that it was the best moral way to deal with the problem. We were seeking to establish a just society, and it was my feeling then, and it is my feeling now, that violence is certainly much more socially destructive, and it creates many more social problems than it solves. So I was led to nonviolence for deep moral reasons. And I turned to it because I felt that it was the morally excellent way to deal with the problem of racial injustice in our country.
There is no freedom, the wise man said, let justice roll down when the poor cry out for shelter and bread. Let justice roll down like a mighty stream. Oh, children, don't you get weary? Walk together, believe in the dream. When the way gets rough, we'll make a new way. Let justice roll down like a mighty stream. Hatred will never drive out hate. Let love roll down, roll down. Remember, our hearts can make us great. Let love roll down like a mighty stream. Oh, children, don't you get weary? Walk together, believe in the dream. When the way gets rough, we'll make a new way. And let your love roll down like a mighty stream. When brutality threatens our daughters and sons, let peace roll down, roll down. May our voices rise up louder than the guns. Let peace roll down like a mighty stream. Oh, children, don't you get weary? Walk together, believe in the dream. When the way gets rough, we'll make a new way. And let peace roll down like a mighty stream. Step by step, one by one, let justice roll down, roll down. They can kill the prophet, but the dream lives on. Let justice roll down like a mighty stream. Oh, children, don't you get weary? Walk together, believe in the dream. When the way gets rough, we'll make a new way. Let justice roll down like a mighty stream.
Because we love one another, we honor each individual spiritual journey. We celebrate life's abundance and service to each other, our community, and the world. We connect with each other in love, respect, and acceptance. Thus do we covenant together.
And now in Spanish. Porque nos amamos uno al otro, honramos el viaje espiritual de cada individuo. Celebramos la abundancia de la vida en el servicio a entre sí, nuestra comunidad y el mundo. Ponemos en contacto a unos con otros en el amor, respeto y acepción, así que hacemos pacto.
In our community, we make time each week to share pieces of our lives with one another, our joys and sorrows. We do this because each person in this community has value. Each person's experience matters. We share our sorrow with one another today, knowing that sorrow comes into each person's life, knowing that together we offer comfort. Please share your sorrows publicly by posting them in the Zoom chat, or send them to our Facebook Messenger, or speak them aloud. When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. We also share our joys with one another, knowing that joy comes into all of our lives, knowing that joy calls unto joy, knowing that together our voices can rise in a chorus of celebration. Please share your joys publicly by posting them to the Zoom chat, or send them to our Facebook Messenger, or speak them aloud. Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirs of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
Today we look back almost a year to reconsider a lay sermon about the upcoming Martin Luther King Jr. holiday and our Unitarian Universalist values. Perhaps as we listen again in the new light of the January 6th hearings, the struggle to adopt a voting rights bill, deep challenges to our democracy itself, and the ongoing issues of inequity, we can think about what progress we have made and where we want to go as a community. Oh, and one more thing, a bit of good news, there's no parish meeting today.
Given that Unitarian Universalists believe in the inherent worth and dignity of all people, not just Black people, why should we Unitarian Universalists say Black lives matter rather than all lives matter? Like the rainbow, we can reclaim all lives. Most of us are very familiar with the 7 principles of Unitarian Universalism, but do you know there's an 8th? I didn't. Not until the board meeting on last Monday night. It's an almost weekly affair, which does the work of this congregation in setting a direction, organizing, and making things happen. It's no small task. Much gratitude goes to the board members and our seemingly fearless leader, Beth Faree, from whom you will hear later today at the special parish meeting. Those 7 principles are pretty awesome. They set the tone for our worship and, for most of us, act as guidelines in our daily living. The first is the inherent worth and dignity of every person. Second, justice, equity, and compassion in human relations. 3, acceptance of one another and encouragement to spiritual growth in our congregation. 4, a free and responsible search for truth and meaning. 5, the right of conscience and the use of democratic process within our congregation and in society at large. 6, the goal of world community with peace, liberty, and justice for all. And 7, respect for the interdependent web of all existence of which we are a part. Pretty awesome, huh? An 8th principle? What is it? Where did it come from? Unitarian Universalist Paul Jones developed the idea that existence of 2 different paradigms in the Unitarian Universalist circles, the 7 principles and beloved community, Unitarian Universalist language for deep multiculturalism. After working with these issues for over 15 years, she realized that a person can believe they are being a good Unitarian Universalist and follow the 7 principles without thinking about or dealing with racism or other oppressions at the systemic level. For evidence, she noted, most Unitarian Universalist congregations are primarily European American in membership, culture, especially music, and leadership, even when located in or near diverse communities, like our own. Jones and her colleagues examined Unitarian Universalism's history in fighting racism and its mixed record in other areas of racial justice. For example, and here I bring you breaking news, we had people, good people, on both sides of abolition, including people like Jefferson, who was a slaveholder, and perhaps worse, some were proponents of eugenics, which led to some of the radical extremes of Nazism in Germany and apartheid in South Africa. Clearly, we're not perfect. For people who identify as white, it's far too easy to overlook these issues, which is exactly what keeps the system of racism in our society alive and perhaps even enhances it. Jones says we need to de-center whiteness and other dominant cultures in Unitarian Universalism. The 8th principle came from a feeling that we need something to renew our commitment to this work, to hold ourselves accountable, and to fulfill the potential of our existing principles. Having not too long ago gone through its own crisis concerning inclusive hiring practices, especially related to whites being hired over highly qualified Latino candidates, and ultimately resulting in the resignation of the then UUA president, our leadership was finally forced to look at themselves. Blue, Black Lives of Unitarian Universalism, and DRUM, Diverse Revolutionary Unitarian Universalist Ministries, subsequently endorsed the eighth principle and are urging its adoption throughout our ranks. Further, the new Jim Crow mass incarceration and criminal justice system, replacing the older systems of slavery and Jim Crow laws, appalling police violence against people of color, recent Supreme Court decisions on voting rights and affirmative action, and the election of Donald J. Trump with his advisors and followers openly supporting white supremacy show us that the country is moving rapidly and dangerously in the wrong direction. We, as Unitarian Universalists, need to step up and take action. Well, here it is. Here's what you've been waiting for, the proposed eighth principle. We, the member congregations of the Unitarian Universalist Association, covenant to affirm and promote journeying toward spiritual wholeness by working to build a diverse, multicultural, beloved community by our actions that accountably dismantle racism and other oppressions in ourselves and our institutions. Did you get that? Maybe not. I'll do it again slower. We, the member congregations of the Unitarian Universalist Association, covenant to affirm and promote journeying toward spiritual wholeness by working to build a diverse, multicultural spiritual wholeness, a beloved community by our actions that accountably dismantle racism and other oppressions in our lives and our institutions. Unitarian Universalism has great potential for rebuilding a diverse, multicultural, beloved community, as envisioned by Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. Not thus the Unitarian American and African Americans, but including Native Americans, Latinos, indigenous peoples, and other social and cultural groups globally. We could experience tremendous diversification, vitality, and growth if this new principle worked to embody our vision. But it won't happen without conscious awareness and deliberate effort on our part, each and every one of us. You'll be hearing more about this at the parish meeting today. The editor in me, however, would really like to rework the language in that eighth principle. What about Martin, you say? Born Michael King Jr., the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a radical. He was called the most dangerous man in America by the FBI. He was arrested 30 times, and at the time of his death, he had a 17,000-page FBI file. And mind you, he was only 39 years old. Aisha Asano, UU-affiliated community minister at the First Parish in Malden, Massachusetts, tells us it wasn't just the Ku Klux Klan members in positions of power who disagreed with him or hated him. As Colonel West explains in his book, The Radical King, at the time of his death, most of the country didn't even like him. There was intense FBI pressure, including attempts to make him commit suicide. West reminds us that the black civil rights leadership was trashing him, the white establishment had rejected him, and the young black revolutionaries were dismissing him. Over the course of his lifetime, King was not a man who was loved by most. In fact, he was intensely hated by a select few. He was an incredibly maligned man by the time he died. Yet we never talk about that. Instead, we praise and honor him and hold him up as the highest standard of the struggle for justice. We, as a society, measure all who struggle for justice against Reverend King, but not against who he actually was, a sanitized version of the actual man. He was not perfect. He was human. As a society, we tell activists that their protests are too unruly, their demands are too harsh, their voices are too strident, their methods are too stringent. We have decided as a society that there is only one way to struggle for justice, and that's the way we would like to imagine Dr. King struggled for justice. In truth, some of us old folks do remember the powerful movement King organized. The marches from Selma to Montgomery, the ones which entailed several hundred people walking down a highway and crossing a bridge, blocking cars from being able to drive on it, and the sit-ins. Oh, the sit-ins. Change is not easy or gentle or quiet and peaceful. Elegant language and inspiring speeches do not quell violence and hatred. Following King's death, multiple petitions and bills were submitted to Congress proposing a federal holiday in his honor, but they failed to garner support. In time, a growing number of states, beginning in 1973 with my home state, Illinois, began observing his birthday. In 1983, Senator Ted Kennedy sponsored a bill to create Martin Luther King Day, and it passed. The following month, President Reagan signed it, establishing the third Monday in January as Martin Luther King Jr. national holiday. The country was slow to accept it. I remember the feeble arguments that we couldn't have another holiday so close to the holidays. But by 1993, all 50 states were observing it, sometimes with modified titles such as Human Rights Day or Robert E. Lee's birthday. More recently, with thanks in part to George H.W. Bush, Reverend King's birthday has become a day of action, a national day of service, a day of helping others, thus making it even more meaningful and a better tribute to his memory. The values he stood for, acceptance, equality, and nonviolent protest, have echoed throughout the 5 decades since his death, and perhaps even more profoundly in the last few days. His speeches were bold, triumphant, timeless, and inspiring. People should not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. We must learn to live together as brother and sisters or perish together as fools. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Our lives begin to end the day that we become silent about things that matter. History will have to record the greatest tragedy of this period of social transition was not the strident clamors of the bad people, but the appalling silence of the good people. Let us think about his life and his often prophetic words, and let them inspire us to action, to share in and become part of this dream. Let his words help us to become better Unitarian Universalists, and let them encourage us to move forward into a future of greater understanding, equality, justice, and love.
Over my head, I hear music in the air. Over my head, I hear music in the air. Over my head, I hear music in the air. Oh, there must be a God somewhere. Over my head. trouble in the air. Over my head, I see trouble in the air. Oh, there must be a God somewhere. Over my head, I feel gladness in the air. Over my head, I feel gladness in the air. Over my head, I feel gladness in the air. Oh, there must be a God somewhere. Oh, there must be a God somewhere.
Let there be an offering to sustain and strengthen this place which is sacred to so many of us, a community of memory and hope, for we are now the keepers of the dream. To make an offering or your pledge, please go to oakcliffuu.org/donate and follow the links.
From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. De ti yo recibo, a ti te doy. Así compartimos y vivimos hoy. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. De ti yo recibo, a ti te doy. Así compartimos y vivimos hoy.
May we see all as it is, and may it all be as we see it. May we be the ones to make it as it should be. For if not us, who? If not now, when? This is answering the cry of justice with the work of peace. This is redeeming the pain of history with the grace of wisdom. This is the work we are all called to do, and this is the call we answer now. To be the barrier and the bridge, to be the living embodiment of our principles, to be about the work of building the beloved community, to be a people of intention and a people of conscience.
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
And now in Spanish. Encendimos esta llama, pero no la luz de la verdad, el calor de comunidad o el fuego de nuestro compromiso. Estos los llevamos en el corazón hasta que estemos juntos otra vez.
not stop singing. We will not stop singing. We will not stop singing till the world can hear the song, till the world can sing along. We will not stop marching. We will not stop marching. We will not stop marching till the world can hear the song, till the world can sing along. Till the world can sing, till the world can sing, till the world can sing.